Nice. Um, when last we left off, Lattice was stuck inside of, well, choosing to stay stuck inside of a fairly real, fairly realistic, holographic room.
Right, because I was like rationalizing all kinds of. Okay. Of course, via Zahara doing all kinds of illusion shit.
Okay. Must say, continuing on, must say, and Jay, if I remember correctly, you are able to watch through the monitor outside.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. All right. Um, Lattice, you will be led into a room,
Yep.
and um, you will see a table. You will see a table. No, say you will see a table. On the, I must say in the room. They will look towards you and say, I'm not saying they will say sit. They will say sit on the table.
Oh, you said I made the sit on the table. They're asking you to sit
Yeah,
on the table.
they're asking. I'm not saying they're
Okay.
asking slash telling you to sit on the table.
Does the table look dastardly?
It looks like a table.
Okay, okay. So not like the Han Solo table of interrogation. Okay.
It looks like I guess perception.
No, that's all. Let me. Oh,
Mm.
mm.
Yep, it is the safest table you've ever seen.
It even has a fifth leg for increased stability. Sure, this table looks grand. What are they gonna do to me? It's a table.
Cool. Lattice, I'll say you get on the table. As you lay down on the table, um, I'll say shackles will come out of the table and latch onto your hands and your ankles.
Hey, hey, this isn't a good table.
This feels real. I'll say this table feels real as opposed to the other stuff felt real, but this feels like, oh wow, it's probably an actual table.
Where's the stage seaming on the table? I like shift around to try to. You know how when they like stage an item that's meant to like break in half, how there's like a seam or something that weakens a central point. I'll be like moving around trying to trigger such a point, which may not actually exist.
Okay. You will see someone come. You will see a door open. I'll say you will see a door open across the room, as you will see a man, and I'll say you will see someone in the white frowny face armor, and will come out with a I'll say will come out as you will see the man and the I'll say as you will see all the other troopers in their turn to see him, including the large black armored man in the cape, will all turn to acknowledge the presence of this one um armored, this one white armored trooper who will come in. They all kind of move out of his way as he makes his way in and pulls a needle out of, must say, pulls a needle from behind his back. It is empty. Must say the needle is empty at the moment.
You tell me that's this guy's key. Gonna inject these shackles with some acid or something.
Yeah, I must say, he will take the cap off. He'll take the cap off. Um, will rub your arm with some alcohol, with alcohol swab.
Can I make a roll to try to bust out of the restraints?
Yes. Okay. That didn't fail you. All right. As he goes towards you with the needle, I say as he goes towards you with the needle, this surge of country boy strength allows you to comedically break out of the shackles on the table. The other, I say the other, I say the I say the guard jumps back and falls on the ground. The other guards proceed to look at you.
Okay, I think this live action impromptu theater is getting a bit too out of my league. How about we all go to catering? Huh?
Um, I'll say, I think it would probably be. Would it be intuition or perception to notice something strange?
Usually that'll be perception.
Okay, perception check.
Ooh, a number that's not two.
Holy shit! Almost maximum. All right. The one who had the needle seems to be backing up a bit stranger than most. I'll say you will then hear. I'll say you will then hear the computer saying simulation ending. Thank you for. I'll say thank you for attending. Everything will go pitch black, and then it will come back. I'll say the lights will come back on, and you will. I'm not saying you will be standing in the room that you are in.
Oh, oh, that was easy.
The door will open. Jay.
Was that?
I was telling Jay the door opens.
Oh, okay. Poke his head in. Good.
I think so. That was fun for a bit. Then it got really weird. And then it got dangerous.
Um, this maid right here will
We're
respond
not
to
on
you.
the map.
Oh, did I not?
Yeah,
Sorry,
we're on the region map.
sorry. Thought I'd switched to you. That's all.
There we go. Things may make a bit more sense now.
Right. I'll say this mate right here will ask you. Did you? It was like, did you enjoy yourself?
Um, mostly
Hmm. Sounds
4
great.
stars.
I'm happy to hear that.
I can, I'd like to move out of the room.
Oh, okay. Okay. They'll look at you, Jay, and be like, would you like to try this?
Not at the moment. I think I'm good for now.
Okay. Has the tour of the mansion been to your liking?
Yeah.
Well then. Um as we have said before, feel free to select your accommodations in regards to your rooms. If you have any questions, feel free to ask any of the maid staff. Any maid that does not know the answer will be able to point you in the direction of a maid who does know the answer.
Very much.
You're welcome. She'll bow. Deanna's going to come over and be like, dude, this place is amazing.
Yeah, right.
So big. Get lost in here. Massey was like, she'll look over at Lattice, is like, you look a little frazzled. Everything okay?
Oh, serious acting. They really take the acting very serious here.
Mm.
Stage
Bless you.
theater, I guess.
I think I'm gonna get settled in.
Yeah, that's. Do we have designated rooms?
No, they said we got to pick our own.
I feel like a chimney, so I presume a fireplace. Oh, looks like yours has.
Yeah.
This is a pretty good map. I think I said it last time too, but this is a pretty good map.
Thank you. All right, so you guys are just getting settled into. Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to recall if there were any like strange rumors about this.
I don't recall.
Just that it's too expensive for most people to be able to, afford to pay at. So, which rooms are you guys taking?
And we are, in theory, inappropriate for the rooms we have chosen to take.
Okay.
And we get merged with our Pokemon.
Oh god.
But you'll have mad hops.
All right.
And maybe I'll get actual perception.
I feel like Jay already has perception, or does he not?
What was that?
I said I feel like Jay already has perception, or is that
Oh yeah, I got perception.
okay?
Yeah,
I
I
can't
don't
remember
have
what stats. I can't remember what stats you suck at. Like there was a stat that he sucks at. I just don't know what it is.
I mean, I got 3D, so I mean, it's not amazing. It's not earth shattering, but yeah.
It's not like terrible.
Hmm.
You can do things and not die. Mhm. Oh, there we go. Okay. All right. So those are your rooms that you're staying in. All right. So you guys have pretty much the rest of the day. What do you plan on doing?
Oh, we just finished dinner, and then we explored the mansion. So I imagine we're close to bedtime. So, plus,
So you
exploring the
guys are,
mansion didn't take that long.
all right. So you guys are just gonna go ahead and head to bed.
Yep.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right. Which case? All right. Um, and I get a perception.
You know what now? It sounded like you were asking for a check.
I like perception.
Yeah, perception. Okay.
That's surprising.
Okay. Um, Jay, pretty sound. Must say pretty sound sleep. Must say pretty sound sleep. Sleep. Nothing really seems that out of the ordinary. Um, I'll say yeah, nothing really seems that out of the ordinary. Lattice, you do hear a few. I'm about to say you do hear um, like a few things that sound like strange noises, but um, but sounds mostly like the. It's like it sounds like it sounds like the to you. It sounds like the staff like the maids just kind of wander around the house and cleaning, doing stuff in the middle of the night. A little weird, but that's kind of what it sounds like. Sounds like sweeping and moving stuff around to you. Um, However, for for um for Alma, there's definitely a strange sense. There's like something strange in the house. Um, Seems to be going on. I'm gonna say, yeah, there's people moving around, but it kind of feels like there's something else.
I know one was largely Will this be happening while Lattice was in the process of trying to sleep?
This is probably around about like midnight ish.
Okay. In which case he'd be trying to. Unless you have an objection, I'd say I would probably try to go investigate.
Okay.
So she'd use telekinesis to open the door.
Okay. Feel free to open the door. I must say, she will be able to open the door. Nothing seems to really be stopping that.
Um, sound. Where did it sound like it was coming from? God sound.
Sounds like it's just everywhere, honestly.
Uh,
Alma, let's say, Alma
case.
stepping out will hear someone outside the door. So, let me put her in her room. She'll stay in this room. All right.
With two beds in the room, I was just thinking, and this one's too firm. Look at the other one. Oh, this one's too soft.
Oh no, I had her still standing in the hallway, so I was like, let me. So then would be. Okay. All right. You can, let's say, Alma be able to hear someone outside of the room.
Able to hear outside of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
Hmm?
Like.
Yeah. Right where the person's standing outside the room. So, like, right out this door.
And only you psychic for strangeness.
Sure. All right. Alma, sensing, you can sense that there's someone on the other side of the door, but there seems to be very strong mental defenses on the person on the other side of the door. Um,
We'll try to peek, open it a little bit. Peek through.
Peeking through the door. Peeking through the door, Alma will see this person standing, staring at the door, looking at Alma as Alma's looking through the door, with a very, we'll say, a very polite smile. If Alma could roll me focus.
Focus. Let's see how well the focus will roll. Go focus.
Okay. Shit. All right. All right. Alma. I'll say. I'll say. When Alma looks at. I'll say when Alma looks at her. She will feel. I'll say. While looking at her, kind of seeing. I'll say seeing that they're just kind of looking at each other, and the maid does not seem to say anything to you. But
they were looking at each other, and what then?
I'll say, looking at each other, there's a low hum that Alma senses. There's a very low hum that Alma senses, and it feels as if it is actively attempting to. I'll say, seems as if it's actively attempting to interfere with Alma's body.
Okay. Let me look at this stuff.
It's a
Maybe
brief
confusion.
It's a brief moment of mild discomfort.
First hazards. I forgot she had infiltrator. She has some. No wonder she's more competent than Linus at some things. Speaking A, I'm a spy. I can't be deaccurated. Freaking A. Okay. Who's amazing worth that? Okay. It's my ring. I think there is a ring. One more. Let me take it again. X meters where X's focus doubled. Oh, that was a cool one. That's awesome. Okay, do we have anything augments that? So, mm, yay! Yay, definitely. Okay. So she's sensing like a strange hum, you said, and it's like trying to affect her. Um, can she tell where it's coming from?
Everywhere. It
Okay.
seems like a wave just washed over her. Like it feels like a wave just converged on her. Kind of hit her.
Okay. See if the okay, cool. LOS is not required. Cool. Okay. Alma would like her telepathy date um with Harold um kind of warn him that the entire place feels weird
Is
and like
Harold asleep?
try to impart the information that she's gathered so far.
I'm assuming Harold is asleep.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Harold. Um Harold. Uh,
What if a world of psychic Pokemon?
One moment. Let's see. Alma roll focus.
Ooh. Oh, Ed.
You try, Masa, you are sending your telepathy, trying to reach Harold. It feels as if, for lack of a better term, your telepathy fizzled out somewhere along the way. It's a very strange feeling.
Acoustic sound.
It doesn't feel like it just ended. It felt like it made it a certain distance, like a radio signal. You try sending it, and it go through. With that focus roll, Alma can start to feel that can kind of sense that the mental pressure in the area is becoming thicker.
I'm gonna try to read the maid's mind.
Yes. Right.
Unwilling targets and targets that are unaware automatically attempt to resist by an opposed check of focus checks between the between the telepathy folks. Oh, hold on. There's only one target at a time. Can project a number of to have to use telepathy may be used to read minds without making the target aware of the event. Wish I was going to have a qualifier, but it still says unwilling. There needs to be a focus contest, which I presume the maid or whatever the force is. I assume they're unwilling. They have their
just
mind
seem to
read.
be sitting there staring at you. If to remind you, the Pokemon maids have been communicating with you via telepathy. Jay, one of the things that Jay's noticed, I don't know if Jay would have told you, the maids have not actually spoken a word to you.
You said the maid hasn't actually spoken a word?
The Pokemon maids have been communicating with you via telepathy.
But the human maids haven't said shit.
Yeah,
Okay.
the human maids haven't said a single word since you've been here.
Oh yeah, would definitely like to mind read the human maid then.
Okay. You try to you reach out to you try to talk to try to read the mind of the maid. You get nothing.
Like absolutely nothing?
It's like you hit a wall when you run into their brain.
Okay, so it's blocked versus a quiet mind or a artificial mind.
I'm about to say, I would say that she's a strong enough psychic to realize that they seem to have mind lock on them.
Oh right, and I believe mind block just like absolutely denies it.
Pokemon who have the capability Mind Lock cannot have their minds read by telepathy, are immune to the move Mind Reader, cannot have their emotions calmed with gentle vibe, and telepathic warning cannot trigger on their attacks. The Dream Reader capability cannot read their dreams.
Okay. I guess Oma will call over to the Pokemade using, I don't know, suspicious language. I don't know if we're going Island of Pokemon here. I'm not sure how because Pokemon seem to be able to have intelligent conversations with each other.
Yeah. The Gardevoir that is standing right here, this maid, when you try doing, I'll say when she tries doing that, I'll say you'll notice, I'll say notice that their mind, I'll say their eyes kind of perk up a little bit when she does that, and she'll look at you and wag her finger at you with a smirk, but still won't say anything. Reaching out to this Gardevoir across, who is sweeping, will look over towards you and will make her way over. Yes, how can I help you?
Essentially, almost gonna ask why the place is so strange.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you not hear the hum?
She's gonna look around and be like, maybe it's just an old house and there's I'll say maybe it's just an old house and there's strange noises. She seems to be smiling still. You should, I'll say, would you like some warm milk to help you go back to sleep?
Considers it for a moment. Can I have her use intuition to try to incite this Pokemon?
Yes.
Yeah, yeah. As a Pokemon, her intuition is not very high.
um, I'll say, despite reading a lot of books, Alma is not very good at reading people like a book. And I'll say, she doesn't, I'll say, definitely seems, I'll say, definitely, from what Alma can gather, doesn't seem to know what the noise is. I'll say, genuinely does not seem to, from Alma's perspective, genuinely does not seem to understand whatever noise that you're saying that there is. Does seem to be concerned with you being awake at this time. As I'll say, seems to be more from a, at least to almost seems to be more from a maid standpoint. That if you're restless, then you're not comfortable, and if you're not comfortable, they're not doing their job.
In that case, Oma will accept the offer for
Okay.
that can work.
Okay. The Gardevoir is going to look at this maid, make a few hand gestures, and the maid will nod and will make her way downstairs.
Is the maid walking like almost seen other humans walk before?
It's walking, I'll say, walking just like a normal person.
Okay.
I'll say nothing particularly, the only strange thing seems to be that they're not talking.
Viciously goes back to wait for.
Okay. Okay.
Ooh. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
And Alma tried to, I believe, was it Sienna?
Mm-hmm.
Her mind to see if there's any influence being done to her dreams, or if she's awake to her sleepy mind.
Okay. Feel free.
Was that focus? You said.
Yes. Okay. Um. There will be snoring, and you will hear wind.
I hear Doom.
Wind.
I said
Oh.
wind. Like I'm gonna say it's like snoring, and you'll hear things like he is asleep. You are not picking up a single thought. I'm gonna say coming from her head.
Is
Not a.
Sienna known to have resistance to telepathy?
There's no resistance. You're there. It just seems as if just kind of empty. Um, I don't think Alma's done anything in regard to trying to read Sienna's mind before now. So,
That's fair. Okay.
it's pretty. I'll say, yeah. Seems pretty. I'll say, mental state seems to be pretty empty. Which, let's see. Hold up. Hold up.
I roll on the random dream table.
You can either make me a. You can either make me a. I will give you 4 options. Um, I'm gonna say 2 of them have lower difficulty. 2 of them have higher difficulty. You can either roll me perception or focus with a higher difficulty, or general education or medicine education with a far lower difficulty.
Okay. Given how many dice she has in perception, we're gonna get that. Watch it roll low. Oh, that is the opposite of rolling low.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, um, Alma, watching, I say, trying to reach and talk to her, notices that there's not even any ambient thoughts, which, even when dreaming, should be there. And Alma can tell that during the phase of sleep that she's in, there should be at least some sort of active brain, like some sort of brain activity.
Okay. Is the same kind of thing happening with Lattice?
Trying to check. Yeah. Yep. Checking. I'll say, go ahead and check Lattice if you want.
What now?
I said she can roll for Lattice as well.
You can roll for Lattice as well.
Yeah,
I'm say
perception
Alma,
then?
yeah,
Yeah.
Alma rolling her focus to try to read Lattice's mind. Lattice doesn't have mind lock, I assume.
Bridge.
If I remember correctly, Lattice doesn't have mind lock.
This doesn't have mind lock.
Oh. Lattice Gen Education. What's Lattice's general education for?
What was that?
I said, what is Lattice's general education role for?
What was your general education?
General education is 2 dice.
I'm saying, I was like, what'd you roll it for?
I thought that was one of the things, one of the options to roll. What do you want him to?
No. I was saying, not Alma. I'm gonna say, I was saying a roll for Alma to read Lattice's mind.
Oh, okay.
I'll say Lattice is asleep. That I'll say so.
There we go.
Okay. With some, I'll say, with some difficulty. I'll say with some difficulty, you feel. I'll say, Alma can feel the like the oppressive pressure of whatever this humming noise is as it picks back up and distracts Alma enough to make this difficult, but still enough to, to be able to see. Lattice seems to be dealing with the exact same thing. I say, sleeping, but not much brain activity as would be when one is sleeping.
She'll like climb up onto the bed and like bite his shoulder to try to wake him up.
Okay.
Remember, Alma can be a little bit of a dick.
Yeah. Let's see. See. When Alma bites into his arm, I'll say when Alma bites into him, I'll say the moment that she does, let's see. Also Alma perception roll. Well, I'll say for when Alma first climbs on top.
Perception, go.
Okay. Lattice, do you keep your Pokeballs on you? Or did you set them somewhere?
If he was going to sleep, think about it. Because his Pokeballs are on a bandolier.
I imagine if you're sleeping, you'd have them like on the nightstand next to you or something, as opposed to sleeping in them.
Yeah. He's not. Considering we're definitely we're in a building and not like out in a dangerous area. Well, he need like immediate access to them. Yeah, I agree. I agree that they'd probably be I imagine still attached to the bandolier, but the bandolier itself would be like probably with his day clothes.
Okay. Okay. When you bite into him, you do not. I must say, Alma does not notice does not seem to get a reaction from him. Alma, however, will notice that one of the Pokeballs on the bandolier is rocking side to side.
Okay, one of the Pokemon on the bandolier is what?
Rocking side to side.
Okay.
Like one of them seems to be stirring.
Okay. Okay, here's a clarification question. Does Alma like? Does it feel like she's actually bit into something?
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to. Okay. Um.
Um,
Okay. Alma then will creep over to the rocking Pokeball.
as you do, there will be a knock at the door.
Over to the door. The
Um, the I'll say the maid will be standing there with I'll say with the warm milk as promised. The Pokemon behind her will say, she is wonderfully pleased to be able to she is wonderfully pleased to be able to serve you. If you need anything else, please let us know."
sure. Um. Kind of like reaches for the milk.
Okay. They will
Eh,
hand you the tray with the milk on
eh, will telekinetically close the door, sniff the milk.
it. Seems delicious. I'll say seems good. Seems high quality.
Okay. We'll taste some of the milk, because why not? And then go and check the rocking Pokeball.
Okay. Cool. Taking a sip. The rocking Pokeball. What exactly is she doing with it? Just kind of seems to be rocking. Is that-
I think this kind of varies even between episodes. Do we know if psychic stuff can go between, go like into the Pokeball or whatnot, or
If you can read the mind of things that are in a Pokeball.
yeah, like I think there's been like some evidence. Like it depends on the episode, if I'm not mistaken.
Um, well, considering if they're in a Pokeball, what they've been turned into energy, more or
Yeah.
less. Um, I would say that because they are energy, they probably have more of a psychic, I'll say more of a, since they're basically energy and thoughts and everything are energy. You'd be able to get like, I wouldn't say that you have a clear view of their mind, but it's definitely you can tell their like mental state.
I was kind of
Like I
wondering.
would say they can't talk back to you.
Okay. Um, but like grab the Pokeball, and then
Mhm.
like poke the button and probably jump
Okay.
back a little bit.
Okay. You do that, and
Please tell me it's not Onyx.
coming out of the ball, a
Torkoal.
sleeping Torkoal.
Looks at the Pokeball. Is the Pokeball still rocking?
No,
Said yes.
no.
Oh. Looks over at Torkoal. And you said Torkoal's still sleeping?
Yes.
Um, Telepathy.
Okay.
Do
Um.
I need to roll anything given the situation, or is mind reading just
Yes.
mind read?
Still need to roll considering. Yes.
Focus. Go. Oh, did you
Oh,
give me these 20s? Okay.
all right. You're able to read Torkoal's mind. Um, I'll say seems to have just had a dream where I say seems to actively be dreaming right now. I say seems to be actively dreaming right now. Um, can't fully tell what, but definitely not a pleasant dream because it feels like I'll say definitely not a pleasant dream. Seems to be a jumble. Seems to be a jumble of different things that you're looking at. Um, um, I'll say the traits that I'll say the thoughts that this torpor seems to have kind of seem to be a jumbled mishmash of of um of standard Pokemon dreaming thoughts and a few thoughts of wanting to go back home to the village.
Village.
Yeah.
Your Torque want to go to the village. Can we get that on the road?
I'm kind of confused. Is there a particular village?
Not really. I'll say part of I'll say you're getting like a village mountain. I'll say when you try to focus in on the village, seem like kind of like village mountains, snowy, and kind of it seems to be a lot of thoughts jumbled in there.
Okay. Is there anything she can roll to try to sort it?
Another focus roll. I know lots of focus rolls. Okay. Putting this, I must say, I'm able to sift through this stuff. The buzzing is, I must say, the humming is starting to get a bit louder. Um, but what you are noticing, the vision, what Torkoal seems to be dreaming about is the, is the home of Lattice.
Oh. 'Cause I thought last Torkoal when he got to this region.
We did, yeah. I remember you fought it in outside one of the gyms.
Yeah.
Seems to be
Strange.
seems to be having very vivid, very specific dreams of Lattice's village. I'll say memories and visions that, if I remember correctly, you started with Alma from your village, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, he got Alma from start. Um,
Yeah,
I believe Esper is a starter in Galar.
yeah. And so I'll say memories and visions from the village that there's no way that Torkoal should actually be able to have, seeing as how they weren't there.
Um, is there a perspective on the thoughts? Like, what
No,
would it be? I'm sorry, what?
no.
Okay.
It's like visions of the town, visions of the town, visions of the denizens, um, day to day life. It just kind of seems to just be like random bits and pieces of all this. Jay and Harold. While we are at it, I would like to see if you two could make me focus rolls.
Focus?
Yes.
Probably not, but we'll see. Hey, I rolled max.
Good. I'm asking like I actually know what the hell's going on. All right. Cool. Um, Jay, you are. No, say Jay is sound. Jay is completely sound asleep. I'll say Harold. Harold is mild. I'll say Harold is barely awake, very confused, very groggy. And I'll say very confused, very groggy, very disoriented.
Okay.
Harold seems to have been woken up by some sort of loud humming.
Set up.
It's a very deep humming noise that kind of feels like it's in his brain.
So sit up, look around, probably roll a perception, I assume.
Sure. All right. You I must say Harold can hear people shuffling around. Outside. The maids seem to be you can kind of hear them doing something.
You know, maids are mating. Entirely big deal, but we'll poke our head out just in case.
Let's say this maid will be staring at you as you open the door and will smile and wave.
Yep, look around, wave back.
This maid, the Pokemon maid, will look and will speak to Harold. Hello. Can I be of any assistance to you? Can I be of any assistance to you, my friend?
No, I was just trying to figure out what all the racket was. Kind of weird
What
hum.
racket? She's going to look at the other maid, look back at you. I don't know what you're talking about. Your friend, I'll say your friend over there seemed to have a similar issue. I will speak to I will speak to the master of the estate. There may be something wrong with the air conditioner.
All right.
I do apologize if there is some sort of noise in your dwellings that is causing you discomfort. Would you like earplugs?
I don't think that'll help.
Okay. Well then, if you would you I must say would you like some would you like some would you like some honeyed carrots? I'll say would you like some honeyed carrots to take to bed as a snack?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay. Well then, if you need anything, we will be standing outside of your rooms.
All right, thank you. And Harold will probably go back to bed.
Okay. So going back to bed, as you close your eyes, you feel very relieved as you are closing your eyes. Closing your eyes seems to make the humming go away. You no longer hear the hum as you close your eyes and go back to bed.
Awesome.
Um, as far as Alma, what is Alma doing?
What about Alma?
What is Alma doing right now?
Alma will use her main powers to take the ball that Torkoal was in and just
Mm-hmm.
like try to bop him in the ball, bop him with the ball to have him capture. Since I don't think Alma can actually do the return command.
Oh, okay. I'll say in which case, Torkoal will go back into the ball.
Okay.
The humming is getting louder to Alma, almost to a unbearable point now.
Alma would like to try to bear through this effect.
Oh, okay, cool. I need a. What would be a good thing to use? A good skill to use for that. Um. Ah. You know what? To bear through it, focus. I'll say it just seems to be the all-encompassing for you right now. Focus should be able to help you try to bear with it, to have the mental fortitude to make it through.
I can learn how to read a book. I can get through this. Oh shit! Now she rolls low.
Um, I'll say the noise has become dizzying and nauseating. Alma staggers and face plants on the floor. Um, must say still awake. Must say still awake. For the duration, your legs do not seem to work.
Yep. And she face plants into the milk.
Yes.
Okay.
Alma does not seem to be able to. Alma's legs do not seem to be able to work anymore. Seems to be suffering from very, very intense like vertigo.
Uh, um. In that case, I'm not sure if there's much more that Olma can do except take it. So
Um,
I think that'll be it unless I'm missing something.
no, I'm about to say, unfortunately, like bad rolls at the worst time kind of hindered you from noticing something. It's like I was like, oh man, he's doing pretty good. There's no way he can underroll this, and it's like underrolls this. I was like, I was like, that's a lot of dice. There's no way he's gonna miss this.
Because Olma's very good at focus.
Yeah, that's why I was like, okay,
Um,
because I was like, oh yeah, I was like, as long as he keeps beating this difficulty, which is pretty easy for him to do considering his dice, and you were the entire fucking time. I was like, okay, I was like, yeah, then like he should be able to make this difficulty, and then literally rolls the worst possible thing. I was like, all right, I will give you this. Now that it has taken a, now that this humming seems to have taken effect, um, I'm gonna say now this humming seems to have taken effect. Alma, um, as Alma's brain is kind of blacking out. As Alma's brain's kind of blacking out, she will hear. I'll say she will hear. She'll feel like this mental feedback that almost feels poisonous. And I'll say it feels almost poisonous, similar to um, similar to a psychic type interacting with ghost or dark type energy. You know how like psychic types and react poorly to ghosts and dark type stuff. So feels kind of like that, like a oh god, kind of feels like instead of getting hit with a dark or a dark or a ghost type attack, almost feels like you got infected with one. So it's almost like that level of like perpetual nausea of a super effective type thing, and just kind of and you can hear something that sounds like a TV static on in the distance. Like someone just turned on the TV in another room, and you can kind of hear like a late night static. As Alma ends up blacking out.
Yeah.
Okay. Um all right. Next morning, um Jay, you will wake up.
Chris is not here at the moment. I think he's
Okay.
getting food.
Okay. Um I'll say Lattice. I'll say Lattice, you will wake up. It is dark. Alma will also wake up. It is light.
Yeah. Not a soul. Dark as in it's night outside, or dark as in the lights are off?
Dark as in you will wake up. You will wake up, and upon waking up, visually it is dark. Before you move or anything, it is dark. Alma, when you wake up next to Lattice, it is morning, it is bright.
Is lettuce still there?
Um, from Alma's perspective, yes.
Huh. Is he awake or still asleep from Lattice's? I mean, from Alma's perspective.
Alma, Lattice is still asleep.
Okay.
Lattice, you are
Chilling.
wide awake.
Is the bite mark on his arm still there?
Alma, yes, you can see the bite mark on his arm.
Okay. Try to bite the same place again. Though I think Lattice will try. From Lattice's perspective, I think he's gonna try to look for the light switch.
All right. You don't sense a light switch. You don't even sense your body, but fuck, that hurt.
Ow! Damn
Um,
darkness.
Alma, I'll say Alma, after you bite Lattice, you will see the Pokeball rocking side to side again.
Got that.
Okay.
More aggressively than it did last night.
I'd like to think a little bit, and Tristan's return.
Okay. You switch to Tristan. All right. Jay, you available?
Yep.
Okay. Jay, we'll take over for you while Lattice is thinking. All right. Jay, you awaken.
Right?
Okay. What would you like to do now that you're awake?
Yes, recall. Breakfast is served at the fancy Pokemon Center. Or is that included in the package here?
Yes, you pay for everything.
I will go. Harold and I will go locate breakfast.
Okay. You will hop out of the bed. The world seems a lot shorter right now.
Okay.
Looking back in bed, you are still in bed.
Playing the Pokemon this adventure. Got it. Poke my corpse. Oh, look, I'm furry.
Um, are you trying to talk?
Yep.
You seem to be able to speak English or common or Japanese, whatever you speak that everyone else can understand.
Ancient Poké.
Mm-hmm.
Say, I must say, you do not seem to be speaking I must say, as a Pokemon. For some reason, seem to actually be able to talk normally to your Herald.
Cool.
Yes, you poke Jay, and you know, I'm assuming check him for vitals or anything.
Yep.
Yeah, he's asleep. Doesn't seem to be stirring. Doesn't seem to be dead either, but definitely asleep.
Yeah. Cool.
Are you going to try and wake him up?
Yeah.
All right. You keep shaking him. Eventually, you'll see his eyes open up. He'll sit up, yawn, like score.
Yep.
Score. He just kind of like pat his chest, pat his face, check the top of his head. You'll hear him. I'll say once he passed the top of his head, realizes that his ears are missing. You'll hear him scream, "Score!
Yep.
Score!" And he'll look over at you. He'll fall out of the bed. And am I saying you're just kind of like, yep, this is a thing. And I'll say, Jay Bunny is going to be kind of looking at you like communicating in Pokemon. I was like, you're me, I'm you. What?
Yeah, I don't get it either.
I'm gonna say, score button be like, I'm about to say, Harold's gonna be like, just kind of like doing things, and you're gonna see him kind of like moving all 5 fingers, and it's like, we'll also take like looking at your feet and just like wiggling all of your toes. Um, gonna head over here, sit in a chair, and just like kind of enjoy the fascination of having all these extra digits. Also, I'm also doing the thing where it's like I have lips now. La, 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 la. If you don't stop him, he's just going to keep doing this for the time being.
I give him a couple minutes.
Okay. It's like, wow, score, bunny, score, bunny, rah, 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 rah. It was like, score, and he's gonna like hold out his hand and try to shoot a Igni, and nothing's gonna happen. It's like, score, score, score. It's gonna. You can kind of tell that it's like doing all the gestures for all of the moves that it has in this moveset, and nothing's working. It's gonna kind of look over at you and it's like, score, score. It was like, how do you survive?
Very carefully.
It was like, I'm big, but I feel defenseless. Is gonna kind of reach in the pocket and pull out like the stick, and was like, I was like, score, score, score. Just keep swinging it. How do you make the magic work?
Still figuring that part out.
um, you is going to hand you your aura sword and is going to ask for his wooden sword back.
I can hand. Oh, give him his kit. Yeah.
Right. He's gonna take the sword that you gave Harold, which in your hand looks significantly smaller.
Oh yeah.
As you, upon getting your hand on the sword, can actually feel the similar aura that goes through it. Yes, you can you can wield your sword while you are Harold. You have not lost access to that.
My aura.
All right. Lattice, are you back? Or are you still thinking?
Is Lattice what now?
I said, are you back or are you still thinking? No, you said you needed a moment to think. That's what I was asking. Were you back or do you still need some time?
Oh no, I know I'm good now.
Okay.
The flash is still in the darkness, almost seeing that a Pokeball has rocked when bites Lattice. Is it the same Pokeball that Torkoal was in?
Yes.
She'll open the Pokeball.
Okay. Opening the Pokeball. Boom. All right. Lattice. It's morning. What passes for your shoulder hurts right now. Also, you seem to be. I want to say. Also, the world seems to be a lot shorter as you are staring Alma in the eye. Your body feels very warm, but not uncomfortably so.
As we're gonna rule the one that look around, assuming that has like he's still pulling from the bed for some reason, but I take it I don't see any blankets around to indicate that I've been pulled from the bed.
Nope. You're able to see underneath the bed at your current stature. Staring Alma in the eye. Yeah.
Hey, what's going on? Is this a
Alma,
dream?
Alma's gonna look at you. You can see Alma's eyes go wide when you start talking. If you, I say, craning your neck up to look into the bed, you will see you laying in bed.
It's a Pokemon adventure. Doot, doot, doot.
And then slowly realizing that you were able to crane your neck like that.
See. Look down. I'll look down to see what kind of if I have hands, if I have stumps.
You have like paw things.
Looks at Alma. Wake me up.
Um, Alma kind of looking at you, be like, "I did. I bit you, and what bit? This is confusing." I'm gonna say, "Stop being stupid." I'm gonna say, she'll start shaking you and be like, "Stop being stupid." It was like this all happened because you're stupid. Stop being
Weird.
stupid. Be smart. Wake up. But how did you wind up in? But it's got to be in the book. Almost gonna start thumbing through the book to figure out what's going on.
Okay. It Alma's looking through the book. Okay. Uh, Gladys will try walking.
Okay. You are walking very slowly.
At least I feel more balanced. Quadruped.
I'm gonna say, Alma's gonna be like, oh, we got to figure out something. We have to figure out something. It was like, and I said, it was like, wait. What about? Alma's gonna be like, what about the others?
What about the what?
What about the others?
The levels?
The other.
The others.
Everyone else.
um, if you can check on Jay, I'll check on Sienna.
Okay.
Or wait, how do I open the door?
You just kind of walk over to it and just headbutt it a few times, and it opens up.
Oh, okay.
Alma will open up the door and they'll be like, "Good morning." It was like, "Good morning, miss." She was like, "Yeah." Open up this door. Go into the room. We'll see Jay like doing like moving his hands and fingers around and still swinging around like the small sword. And she almost gonna kind of look at Jay and then look over at Harold and be like, "You too."
Yep.
Well, you're one of us. How do you like it?
No offense, but while I've got nothing against it, I prefer to be in my own skin.
And I'll say she'll say, well, it was like, well, at least you it was like at least yours worked out fairly well, and I will say that I'm lucky enough to not have been swapped with the idiot. Although he does seem to be in the body of Torkoal.
Well, that's going to suck for him. That's going to be a much bigger adjustment than I've got.
Um, Torkoal, upon going into the room with Sienna, he is still under the blanket, snoring, but you will notice that on the nightstand, one of her Pokeballs is rattling.
Okay, is it possible to ram the nightstand with enough force, have the Pokeball roll onto the floor?
Yes.
Huh.
You are a tortoise. That is doable.
You say I needed to roll something?
No, I said you are a tortoise. That is doable. All right.
Yeah.
All right. The Pokeball will fall on the floor.
I'll try to trigger the Pokeball by 4 legs.
Okay. I'm gonna say the Pokeball will trigger, and popping out of the Pokeball.
Look way cooler than me.
I'm gonna say she was like, morning, folks. We ready to? Hold on, hey, little guy, you came to wake me up. She's gonna like extend her paw to come pet you. And like, we're gonna have. Wait. Jay, Jay and I'm about to say, Jay, you'll be able to hear screaming through the wall.
And I'm guessing that's Sienna.
Oh my god! In my body! Wake up! Wake up! She's gonna jump into the bed, jump on top of herself and start like shaking herself. It's like, um, Sienna's gonna wake up and like, Lux, 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 Lux. They're just going back and forth, just screaming.
Well, Lattice is not Yuki, and therefore is not good at the social. Um, that being said, I would like to try to use uh, Charm to calm her down.
Okay.
Go die roll.
Both of them are gonna look at you when the turtle starts talking. And then they're gonna look at each other and just scream louder.
Torkoal.
Talking Torkoal! Ah, how does it sound like Lattice? Is it Lattice? Did you eat Lattice? Oh my god! I'll say Sienna is gonna hop out of bed and try running, but is going to fall face first on the ground because they have 2 legs instead of 4 now.
That's why I tried walking. I haven't tried running yet either.
I'm about to say Sienna is trying to. I'll say Sienna's trying. It will stand up and start trying to walk, and you'll see her walking like very awkwardly. Luxray is trying to walk as well and is like tripping over its feet. They seem to be in a bit of a panic.
Oh, guess we better go check on them.
Mhm.
Waddle over to Sienna's room. Is like, so
Why
Um,
are you the cool one too?
well, I mean, out of body, splitting my consciousness is not exactly entirely new.
what are we supposed to do? I can't live like this. Oh God! I've got 4 legs.
Is this too dissimilar when the aura linking happens?
Well,
I'm
normally
not.
when the aura linking happens, I'm in my body and their body.
Right.
Now I'm just in their body.
So is it like an extra development of your stuff?
Not me, no.
Okay.
Whose fault is this?
My money's on the creepy psychic maids.
Going to. I'll say. I'm gonna say. In. I'm gonna say. Over the intercoms. Apparently, the intercoms that you have in your room, you will. You will hear. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I'll say, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. In the next 5 minutes, we will, I'll say, we'll be hearing, I'll say, we'll be hearing from the, I'll say, we'll be hearing from the, I'll say, from the master, I'll say, from the master of the dwelling. They will instruct, I'll say, they will personally address you and any issues that you may be facing right now.
Hear that? We're going to get to talk to who's in charge in a minute.
Oh, good.
All right. In which case,
I might want
what do you,
Ember if I cough.
what do you guys think?
Was that?
I said, so what do you guys want to do?
Well, if we're going to be hearing from uh, Master of the Manor,
In 5 minutes, so that's enough time for us to get dressed. I imagine showing them how to do that's going to be a chore.
oh, right,
Assume they're still in their pajamas.
yeah.
I'll say,
Yeah, let's do that.
I must say, Sienna is going to, Sienna as Luxray is going to start like shoving all of the guys out of the room.
I was already on my way out.
Particularly shoving Torkoal because he's not moving fast enough.
Stumble. I can't run. I can't run with the shell.
I'll say, we'll reach out the door and grab Alma and bring her in. It's like you come in. You'll be useful.
I imagine Alma will just be like TKing clothing.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's like you're a woman. Come in the room. No boys allowed. Just slam the door. All right. Where are you guys heading
I'll
to?
try withdraw.
Oh, you guys are currently out in the hallway.
I'm going back to my room to go get go get changed. Thankfully, Harold's used to wearing clothes, so shouldn't be too much of an issue for him.
Okay. What about I'm gonna say, what about Lassus?
Well, as far as I am aware, wait a second. Because I was just kind of thinking, it's like, well, he swapped, but he never woke up.
Oh yeah, nobody woke him up yet. Everybody else seemed to have been, like forcibly awakened.
Oh, I mean, I
Must
kind of
say-
thought like
must say-
biting Lattice would have woken that up. Apparently, it just annoyed Torkel.
Um, the pain seemed to. I must say, if you didn't realize, the pain that was inflicted on Lattice seemed to have transferred to you.
Torkel. Tork. Oh,
Are you trying to wake him up? Right. Nudging him. Lattice will inevitably wake up and like, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh, oh.
Torkel.
And I'll say like slowly it'll just like open its mouth like Torkel. It's like the slowest scream. Um, gonna see its hands and digits. It's gonna slowly look at you and slowly stand up. But you can tell that it's like used to moving slow, but its body's actually moving faster than it was expected. And now it's kind of struggling. He was like, wait, what happened?
You're me and I'm you.
The guy. No.
It's going to he was like, but how? What do we do? How we have to switch back. I was like, we have to switch back, boss.
I don't know how this happened, but I do know that get ready announcement soon.
Where's the smart one?
Smart one.
Yes, the angry cat.
Ola's helping her friends. I'll need to try to help you. Like, it's like, clothing, like, I don't have hands, so, like, I guess I'll, like, bite an article and be like, like, drag it. First, we need to get you dressed, and then then you can talk to the smart one all you'd like.
All right. So everybody's getting dressed.
I'll never underestimate having hands again.
So I'm assuming Torkoal doesn't really need to get dressed.
How can I work a button?
Can't put on a shirt, they all burst into flames.
I can't fashion shit.
Well, that'd be acrobatics to figure out how to do things as a turtle.
Anything's possible if you can make the acrobatics check.
He's like, I lean against a sink and use. No, I'll say it. Lean against a sink and use a dang. Must say clothes hanger in order to be able to do X, Y, Z. All right. In which case, are able to get your Pokemon selves dressed. Waiting for you at the door.
Said the maid will be at the door.
Yeah.
I'll try to plan is to like answer the door. Such basically gonna try to organize this.
All right. Okay. That. All right. I'm assuming everybody's dressed. Heading out. Hello.
Yeah. If I heard you
Yes,
right. Yeah, we headed out.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. All right. I guess you all can move out into the hallway then. Oh, and thank you. I would like to, I would like to introduce to you all. I would like to introduce to you all the, the master of this the master of this illustrious villa. What did it, where did I say yes? The master of this illustrious villa. Stepping through the front door.
Oh, of course, it's
I'll
this
say
fucker.
they'll say Lord. It was like Lord Riker.
Wait a second. Is this the father of the creature?
No, this is the dude from
No.
the Galar region who made you a half Pokemon.
Ah, okay.
He's going to say welcome. He was like welcome very much. He was like welcome, and I welcome. I'm very much happy to have you have stayed in my humble abode. I assume that you have found it to be to your liking.
Oh, the house was great. The body swapping, not so much.
Ah, yes, a small price to pay for the progress of science.
Well,
Thank you.
one star, 4 legs.
You'll look up and see you. He's like, he's like, so it did bear fruit. My boy, you look fancy.
Happy for you. Now, how do we turn it back?
Turn it back. Turn it back. You've achieved the pinnacle of human evolution, good sir. What do you mean go back?
I think I rather would have been the smart one. No. Alma has
He's gonna
opposable.
he's, he's gonna turn and look at you. Well, you're gonna turn and look at you, and like very slowly, similar to um, if I'll say it's very similar to the sloth from I'll say from Zootopia. He'd kind of turn and look at you, and be like, Thor.
Hey, you're really sturdy and powerful. I just miss.
He's gonna be like slowly maneuvering his, and as his eyes kind of widen, he's gonna kind of you can tell that kind of on his face. He's like, "Oh wait, I can do this."
Wait, what? When I have fingers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, you can kind of tell the look on his face as he's staring at his fingers, his new fingers now. He's like, "Whoa, I can do this." Type look on his face.
Dude, I have hands.
Um, I say he will say he was like, "You have reached the pinnacle of human evolution. This is the final stage. Human and Pokemon." And I say humans becoming Pokemon. Pokemon's becoming humans. Humans having the power of Pokemon. Pokemon being able to do that which humans do. And we've got it. And it didn't take much to get it done.
Not interested.
Hmm. I was afraid that you would say that. And that is why he was like, that is why he'll tap a cane on the ground twice. That I must say, that is why the must say the person must say this is why experiments and knowledge such as what I intend to do require more must say require a more normal hand, someone to assist, must say someone to assist in the grand vision. Yeah. He was like there he was like there's always some he was like there's always someone who believes in the grand vision. And I'll say when I told them that I'll say that you would be so willing to be a part of this. As a matter of fact, even one of you already was so willing to be a part of this experiment that it was easy to be able to accomplish this. And I would like to introduce, I would like to introduce the, I'll say my benefactor in this, in this endeavor. Um, this Pokemon will press this button. A hologram projection will appear right next to you, Jay.
Yep.
You'll hear her. Oh, don't you all look so cute now? Ah, you're Pokemon now. And finally get my revenge. And I'll say she's gonna look at you, James, like, oh, and which one are you? Are you the bunny? Is that what you are? Is that what you got swapped with? Oh, that's grand. She'll look down at Torkoal and be like, I'll say now she'll look down at Harold and be like, it was like, oh, it was like, look at you, like look at you, you're so cute. I almost don't want to. It was like, I almost don't want to incinerate all of you.
Hey, I can't flip her off.
I'll say she'll look. It was like, and she'll look at Almond. And was like, and who did? Ooh, did the green one swap hair with you? Is that who you are now? Alma's gonna kind of like off and like as if kind of look on her face. It's like, oh, well then who did he is gonna look over and see Lattice and Torkoal standing next to each other, and she's gonna be like, oh my god, he's a turtle.
Sparkle.
I'm about to say, Lord Riker is gonna look. He was like, actually, that's a tortoise, man. Turtle and tortoises. I pay you not to tell me what. I pay you to make sure that you don't tell me that I'm wrong about things. Hmm. She's gonna be like, but as it stands, I'll say this man right here could make my dream come true. And that, I'll say this entire mansion, this everything that's here was designed to lure you here so that I could enact my revenge. And he's gonna be like, no, it wasn't. Shut up. The point is that they are here. And I don't know how they got here, and I don't know why they're here. But the point is that I will have my revenge thanks to your whatever sort of experiment that you're running here. And I'll say, he was like, yes, thank you for the funding that you've given me for this experiment. You're welcome. One of these days, I'll actually have to figure out what it is that you're experimenting on. He'll say, I do. He'll say, I do thank you very much for not actually asking any questions.
Here's your big old machine. They did this, right? A big old machine. Or a machine.
Well, I mean, we explored the upper floors, so I imagine it's in the basement.
Also, Rachel, it's insulting that you think that someone such as Alma could succumb to such a swap.
Well, she can say it was she'll be like, look, she can't be. It was like she can't be that. It was like she can't be that great. I was like, she can't be that great. I mean, she follows you around. How smart can she be?
Far enough to method to my madness.
Hmm. Well, at the end of the day, looks like you guys are the ones who finally got outsmarted by me. And once am I saying once and for all, I'm going to prove that a bottomless pocketbook, I'll say is better. I'll say is better than I'll say having a bottomless pocketbook is infinitely better than having talent.
But wait, Rachel.
Stop calling me Rachel.
If this is so grand, why aren't you a Pokemon? Why aren't you something powerful? Cuddly.
Because I'm already cute, powerful, and cuddly. Everyone loves me. This outfit is cute. I'm tiny. And I have money, so people like me.
But right now you're really tall. Oracle.
You do have a point. As much as I loathe to admit it. Lord Riker. And he's going to be like, yes, Lady Silvestri. find me an adorable Pokemon to, I'll say, find me an adorable Pokemon to, I'll say, to swap bodies with, or to merge bodies with. Can you do that? I can do many things. What does she's gonna say? By the way, what does your experiment do? Oh, it's nothing you should worry about. It's nothing you should worry about, lady.
Get transferred.
But he'll say don't you worry. At the end, I'll say at the end of the day, I'll say at the end of the day, all will be as it should. I'll say will be as it should. Beautiful, I'll say the beautiful, glorious mess that is human and Pokemon. I'll say finally, I will be able to silence the chaos. And I'll say you'll see like one of his eyes kind of twitch. The chaos that humans bring to the Pokemon world.
Hey, get this fool with your Ranger motto.
Oh, I mean, talking about how he wants to break chaos. He wants to, when he sees chaos, the rest of us see balance, and how he wants to disrupt that balance with and cause chaos as opposed.
Merging humans and Pokemon, and it's like, yep, if I merge humans and Pokemon, that will bring balance.
That's not even close to how that works.
Hey, Brian.
Mm-hmm.
This is a synthesis ending. He chose green.
I'll say he's going to say as he's going to say as he's like walking up says he's like as expected. He's like as expected. You all unable to see my glorious view, my vision, my grand opus. I'll say I shall finish what I started with this young man right here, this volunteer, this person who is now a Torkoal who speaks perfect, fluent human. Do you understand? There was only one Pokemon who was known to be able to do such a thing. And now there's three of you. Three of you. It is glorious. We shall be able to shed our filthy, weak human skins, and we'll be able to become something better and ascend to glory. You'll see like as he's stuttering, you'll see like his head like twitch whenever he stutters.
You'll see a glitch.
His head will like twitch.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch.
Yeah. Bonk.
Just run over and hit him.
Okay, good, because I was about to commit sacrilege by doing pepper breath.
Yes,
Okay.
that would be sacrilege. However, whacking with a lightsaber is totally okay.
Okay. You will run over and you will hit him. I'll say you'll hit him with the I'll say hitting him with the stick. And he will hold up his arm as he gets struck with it. As he'll look at you as you hit him. You will see a significant blackish purple haze dissipate off of his arm.
Which is why I hit him with the purge attack. How you get rid of evil.
And I'll say,
This guy's clearly not right in the head.
he's going to look at you. I'll say after you strike him and the energy kind of dissipates, like part of the energy kind of dissipates off of him. Momentarily, roll perception.
Just him or everyone?
Anyone, yeah. Roll perception.
Hey!
Okay. Okay. Let me see.
I figured Torval was on Torval.
Yeah, damn, girl.
Um. Da, 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 da. Jay, Alma, Sienna. I'm about to say, Torkoal and Harold. I say Torkoal and Harold. I'm about to say, I'm about to say Torkoal and Harold. Your memory becomes a little fuzzy of the past 2 seconds.
Not good.
Jaden, I'm about to say Jay, Alma, and Sienna. As soon as Harold strikes him, there will be, I'm about to say, you will notice a shift for a split second, very momentarily. The mansion looks completely dusted and derelict, as if like it hasn't been maintained in decades. But then I'll say, but for a brief moment, what you are looking at just looks old, raggedy, and decrepit. For a split second, it's like you're basically in like a like an abandoned mansion. Um, everything also momentarily kind of has like a left a weird taste in your mouth. Like you just licked time.
That it's like rubber.
He's going to look at you. We know who you are, and you will not stop us. The grand vision will happen.
And what now?
The grand vision will happen.
Fuck is the Grand Vision?
Angelia?
Where does it hang?
You
Oh.
he'll say you'll see soon enough. Maids deal with his body will just the screen I'll say I'm like the room will blink and he will be over here and then it'll blink again, he'll be over here, and then it will kind of sizzle and shift and he'll be right here. Um,
I'm not playing.
his body seems to be glitching across the room instead of actually moving.
Okay.
Maids, deal with him. Lady Sylvester is gonna be like, what's going on? You have done your part well, young lady, funding the project, and because of that, the chaos will be silent. Um, he will look down and then look back up at you guys. Looking at his eyes, they do not appear to be there anymore. It is just his eyes appear to just look like static, like a television screen static.
Oh, that's not good.
Um, parts of his suit appear to start to pixelate. He will tell the maids, deal with um the maids will kind of glitch into view. I will he will say I will activate the now that we know that it works, I will activate the machine, and will be the first. Sinnoh will be the first to go.
Pokemon.
With that, he will touch this door. He will touch this door as the room begins to start activating. Begins to start activating, but he runs into the room and starts glitching, hopping all over the place, and disappears into the room. You can see through the door that he opened that in this room seems to be this constantly jumping scene from one to another of different movies that seem to be projecting in there. As the maids are looking at you, you are welcome to go back to your room. We do not suggest resisting.
Not suggested all you want. We're still going to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. In which case, the maids, the Guardivar and the other Pokemon maids will grab a hold of their maid outfits and pull them off, revealing that they are indeed Guardivars.
Gardevoir.
Ah.
And the human maids will grab a hold of their outfits and will rip them aside to to showcase that they are indeed still maids. But they didn't want to get those dirty, so they're wearing I'll say they are wearing the combat maid outfits as opposed to the cleaning maid outfits. They rip them off. Well, they tear them off, but they also neatly fold them momentarily, and then set them on the side because can't make a mess. But otherwise, as they get ready to attempt to stop you, as Jay, your sword is pulsating. Your sword is pulsating in response to this massive buildup of twisted energy that seems to be permeating from somewhere in this building. A ominous sense of, since all of you are Pokemon, you are more in tune to this. There seems to be a very ominous sense of dread that is, that could be an impending doom to the entire Pokemon. And with that, I will go ahead and call it for the night.
Alrighty then.
I am imagining overused Star Trek the Animated Series. Oh my gosh, stinger sound.
Not the TNG Best of Both Worlds. Dun, 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 dun.
Well, doesn't this feel more like a TAS plot?
I mean,
I know. I find it interesting. I figure, it's Venturi. Wasn't expecting Torkoal though. Though I do appreciate the fact that there were actually hints that retroactively made complete.
That's what
So,
that's what I was like. I was wondering if he'd well, not so much pick up on it, but if you'd actually like notice, like, oh yeah, there were hints at your particular ties when you went in the machine, that some of the abilities that you had were Torkoals.
when Alma detected thoughts of us as around, my thought was, okay, there's a psionic field here, and there's going to be some sort of like not body swapping, but like memory swapping confusion thing going on.
Yeah. So
Um,
yeah,
but no, it's a body swapping thing. I assume that Alma was originally going to be point for Lattice.
no. I'll say it was always going to be Torkoal because um, I don't know if you remember like the handful of times you've done stuff. Even during your even during the thing at the festival, I think when you did something, one of the abilities that you had, I think when you were fighting against someone and you were doing your thing, I had mentioned that like your body feels like it's superheating and it's flaring up to do something.
Ah, okay.
Also, there was another instance where you seemed like you were actually starting to where you were actually some of the inherent traits that you seem to be activating. I think you even got an ability or a power or a move that was actually fire based temporarily. Either temporarily or permanent.
Sure. Stuff maybe. I have Rock Smash, and I still have the Divine Blessing.
Yeah.
Struggle. That's I don't think I got an ability. I believe I got a type it.
Yes, you did get a typing. That was correct. That's what you got.
Oh, strange. The typing is not listed. It was fire?
Yes.
Sounds right.
Wasn't listed.
I think what you were supposed to have is you have a typing and your moves. Your the moves that you do have the ability to you should have the fire starter. You were supposed to have the fire starter ability so that when you use moves, they can switch to fire type.
Oh, I don't
That's
have
my
that
fault
listed.
if I didn't. That's
Okay.
my fault if I didn't. But you, I must say, being a fire type, you would, I must say, considering what happened to you, you would have the fire starter ability so that you can actually so that you can actually turn your attacks fire based if you want, and switch the physical. I must say, switch the just regular damage for fire damage. So instead of doing normal type or fighting type, you can choose to do fire instead. So if you do rock smash, you can do fire damage rock smash.
Cool.
So any of your attacks you can turn fire based.
Rocket Fist.
All right. I didn't know whether Tristan would like the idea of being being Jay being Harold and using Harold to swing his sword.
I can't deny that this is a Pokemon cartoon level plot, so I can only complain so much. It's not, I'm not thrilled with body swaps usually, but it is in genre, so I can only complain so much.
There's a reason why I did it very close to the end of the to the end of the adventure. I was like, okay, I was like, they're gonna go through this entire thing. I'm gonna do the body swap near the end, so they don't actually have to do it for that long.
Friends like I could probably get away with this once.
Oh, you definitely only get away with it once. Yeah, that's a.
Yeah, I was like one near the end of the campaign, two like 2/3 of the way into the mission. Because I want you guys to have to actually go through the entire mission with the body swap. I'll say because the campaign because the mission that and I'll say the mission the place I actually found this from was like, oh yeah, it was like literally once they get into town they end up getting swapped. I was like, I'm not doing all that shit. It's like technically if I was doing this based off the adventure, it would the adventure that I found that I was using for this as a template, it basically said it was like, oh yeah, literally the moment they get off the boat, they get body swap.
That would have sucked.
It was like, oh, they got off the boat, body swap. How does it happen? It's a mystery because Pokemon. And technically, I wasn't supposed to get. Technically, it's not even supposed to be a reason why it happened. It just happened because the Pokemon world is mysterious and wonderful. And I was like, look, I get it's a kid show, but that's just kind of lazy. Like, I like the idea. I want to do this. I need to figure out a way to make this work. Technically, I already have a way to make it work. And I'm like, I get to tie up, and I'll say I get to tie up another loose end plot thread by by utilizing this and wrapping up this little side thing that happened with Lattice, while also having it key into Jay's progression as well. And Jay gets to be Harold and command himself. Not sure how he feels about commanding himself, but all right. In which case, tomorrow is
Zord.
oh, okay. And saving the Jedi, or just random Force users? Are they all Jedi, or are they?
We don't know. The ones we know about are Jedi.
The rest are just like potential, just random Force users they went and found and snatched. Okay. Well then. All right. In which case, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night and try to get some rest. I will talk to you all a bit later.
Okay.
All right, man. Good night.